Hey guys, 39 weeks. It's like getting surreal, although the closer I get to the due date, the more I'm like, oh no, I think we're gonna go over. I'm getting antsy, basically. And I just like got done crying because I'm like in these last few days, and I just put Rosie to sleep for her nap, and she asked me to cuddle with her. And it's like, she's on a top bunk and I can't cuddle with her, and I just can't. So I said, you know, I'll hold you and we'll just dance to a song before nap. And so I did, and I was just realizing like, she's only my baby for a couple more days or like a week or, you know, whatever it is. And it's hard when you are so excited and anxious and just want this one out to remember like how different things are gonna be and how much of a change it's gonna be, and it's gonna be hard for her, and just trying to, I'm gonna cry again, hormones, just trying to really savor these last few moments, these last few days with my other kiddos before this transition happens. So even though I'm antsy and I can't wait for his arrival, I'm like trying to remind myself that like there's no rush. He's gonna come when he comes, and there's plenty to enjoy while we have things the way they are. It's only gonna get harder. And here I am too. Like, I still need, like, my agenda today is to get my postpartum like caddies made. My postpartum ones for the bathroom, and my like nursing, diapering, bedside one for like baby and nursing. And so what did I do? Instead of doing that, first off, I pulled out a Christmas bin because we're still not decorated for Christmas, and that is something I wanted to do before baby came. So now I have two projects going on at once, and Dan's gonna be really happy. So I'm in like the last couple days of work. My hope is that when I go for Thanksgiving vacation that I don't come back, because I will have had baby. But that means I am like crossing all my T's and dotting all my I's work-wise. So I feel like I have to use my lunch breaks very wisely. So today, that's what we're gonna go do. I've got Rosie down for nap. Juliana's having some quiet time, and I'm gonna go pack those postpartum bins.
No one gonna fight for you.
Caddy here is from Amazon. I will link it in the description. My plan is to use it here for a bedside kind of nursing diapering station while baby is still so little, and then as he gets a little bit older, I plan to kind of transfer it as more of a car caddy so that I can keep diapers, you know, change of clothes, that sort of thing in my car, to always have some stuff on the go and not necessarily need to pack my diaper bag as full all the time. So in here you can see I'm putting the basics, diapers and wipes. I also have 2 extra outfits and an extra swaddle just in case we have a blowout or something in the middle of the night. An extra receiving blanket just in case. These are perfect bars. I get so hungry when I am breastfeeding, so I always like to have a snack right by the bedside. I have boogie wipes in there and some hand sanitizer. Right now you can see me cleaning off these nipple creams. I get really tender breasts when I just start breastfeeding, so I like to have those. That there is After Ease, which helps with those postpartum contractions after giving birth. I also put 2 pacifiers in there of different kinds, just because, you know, you never know what baby's gonna like or not like. I have a few like old school cloth diaper inserts there. That's what I'm putting in there. When I just start out nursing, I leak so much and need something a little more absorbent than the disposable kind of nursing pads. So I put those in there in addition to tons of nursing pads. I have such a heavy oversupply typically that is definitely needed. So then I put it by my bedside there, and that is a reading light that I clip on the edge for in middle of the night diaper changes. On to the postpartum basket. This just goes on the back of my toilet. So I have those Depends there, some Prep H, some Clariderm or Dermablast. These are perineal ice packs. I also have some Earth Mama's perinatal spray, which has witch hazel, and a peri bottle. I will link everything in the description below.
Okay, so now on to symptoms so far, like for this past week. 39 weeks, the app says baby is the size of a jackfruit, 19 to 21 inches and 7 to 8 pounds. So there we are for that update. In regards to baby, like positioning, he just still doesn't feel to me like he's quite head down yet. He still seems kind of diagonal, like I feel like I can kind of feel him over a hip. I actually have a chiropractic appointment today, so I'm hoping that kind of does the final little adjusting that he needs to want to get head down. He's definitely not engaged, which, I mean, he probably won't be until I'm like in labor. But yeah, I have noticed though more movement down low, and so I'm thinking that's hands. So that has been a little bit interesting. And I've been doing things to try to help him get out of my hip and get more head down, the things that they told me at my visit when I went last week. So I'm still doing the cat camels, I'm doing an inversion, I'm doing a side lying release, and then walking stairs sideways and curbs and stuff like that. I do think he's gotten a little bit lower. I'll go ahead and do my bump shot now if I can get it in the camera right. Can't really tell in this shirt. But I think he has gotten a little bit lower because I feel like my belly button was like here and now it's here, which is not that huge of a difference, I guess. But it's still, you know, something. So there we are. But I mean, no obvious, like, yes, he's dropped and he's engaged and labor is starting, nothing like that. He is most active at night for sure. I noticed like around 9 p.m. and then we get another wave at like midnight, 1. And then like anytime I'm up to go to the bathroom or with a kid or something like that, he's always just going crazy in there. So I'm sure it's gonna be fun when he's out in the middle of the night. I haven't really noticed any Braxton Hicks this week, which is interesting. You know, since I started feeling them, I thought they would just like increase as we prepared for birth, but maybe that's just not how this one's gonna go. I haven't really noticed any. I have been very heavy feeling, especially at night. Like when I'm laying and I need to turn, I feel like I need to hold my belly and help myself turn. When I wake up in the morning, I feel just like so heavy. And eventually it does kind of go away. I mean, my back hurts, my feet hurt when I'm on them in the day, but definitely at night, I feel that heaviness. And at night, I'm also having a little bit trouble sleeping. Like I either have one of two like scenarios. One where I go to bed like a little bit later and I sleep okay, maybe waking up once to go to the bathroom, but then at like 5 a.m. I wake up and I like can't go back to sleep. Or I go to bed a little bit earlier and then I wake up to go to the bathroom, usually around like midnight. This is what happened last night. And then I could not sleep. I was up from midnight to about 3:30, just laying there, tossing and turning, hoping I was gonna fall asleep. And then finally was able to fall asleep until about just before 7 this morning. So it's very like not great. I'm sure it's my body just preparing me for what's gonna happen, but I don't love that. I have had the urge to like clean and get things done, like that nesting urge, but at the same time, I'm so like big feeling and heavy, and like you see things on the floor that you want to pick up, but then like the thought of bending to pick them up is just not, I don't want to do that. So then I don't do it. And so like I feel like I have a nesting urge, but the urge is like overtaken by fatigue. And then the other thing I have written down is I think I mentioned last week that I was having like more frequent bowel movements, and that has just stayed the same. I am still going a lot, and I guess it hasn't shown up as labor yet, so I don't guess that's not really like a sign, but I still have continued to go more frequently. And then the other thing that happened at the very beginning of last week, and it hasn't happened again since it happened, but it's the first time in my life ever, pregnancy or not pregnant, that it's ever happened, is I saw floaters. That's always a question my midwives ask when I'm there, like about vision changes and if I saw any floaters or anything. And I've always been like, no, I don't even know what that is. And then it happened. I was like standing, talking to Dan, and all of a sudden it looked like it was snowing, silver dots. And I was like, whoa, like this is crazy. And I wasn't dizzy with it and it didn't like cause anything, but I was like, whoa, like this is wild. I was probably very dehydrated that day. I had only had my coffee and some red raspberry tea. I really hadn't drinking water yet that morning. So that it was probably a dehydration thing, because I immediately drank 2 cups of water and it went away. It hasn't happened, and I've been very good about making sure I get my water before my other beverages in now. But yes, I definitely did let my midwives know that that happened, because I do know that is a risk factor or something that could signal something else. But that was definitely the first time that's ever happened to me before. So those are the updates right now. No real signs of labor, unfortunately. And to clarify, so I am 39 weeks. The amount of days depends on which date you're going by. So early in this pregnancy, I think I mentioned that my midwife and I have different dates on what my due date is. She has my due date as Black Friday, the Friday after Thanksgiving. I have my due date as the Monday after Thanksgiving. So her date is based on whatever it's based on, you know, last period plus growth scans plus whatever else she did it on. Mine was looking at like my calendar saying, okay, this is where I think I probably conceived. This is 40 weeks later from that. So we'll see. I could be 3 days from 40 weeks or 6 days from 40 weeks. We'll see who is more right. But I guess like in some sense you have to go by her number, because like if I get late into 42 weeks, then it's gonna be her number that they take, you know, those things off of, not my number. So I don't know. We'll see who gets closer. Hopefully we don't come across that and baby comes well before 42 weeks, but yeah, it does have me a little antsy because this whole pregnancy I've been going by my number, but as we've gotten closer, like to 38, 39 weeks, I've been kind of like finding myself slip into wanting it to be her number. So then I'm like, gosh, I want baby to be here within 3 days. And then the other part of me is like, well, you could have like 6 days, it could be another week. So trying to cool my jets. Anyway, that is the update for this week. And I will see you guys for another update very soon. Bye.